Curious about Instagram's latest trends and how you can leverage them to increase your reach? Today, we're going to be unpacking exclusive insights from Instagram Chief Adam Mosseri, revealing secrets beyond post reach, the power of video, and the future of content on the Instagram platform. Plus, I'm going to be sharing a game changing tip to keep you sharp and ahead of the curve. These quick cast episodes are designed so that you can dive right into the world of social media, what's happening right now, trends that are working, and strategies that we're seeing success with. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast episode. Today we're diving into some fascinating insights from a recent interview with Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram. I love that Mosseri actually is putting himself out there and answering questions. A lot of times, it's questions that nobody really asked, but he's out there, and I think it's good for us users to have a face to see beyond the brand and behind the brand. So recently, Mosseri sat down with Social Media Today to discuss some key factors driving post reach and the significance of video content. Instagram's current focus is on amplifying certain types of posts and certain creators. So if you're looking to refine and give your Instagram strategy a little bit of a boost, you don't want to miss this episode. But before we dive in, I want to share something that's helping me stay super focused and energized. I'm an avid coffee drinker. I've stopped drinking so much coffee. I'm down to just 2 cups a day. And honestly, I probably don't even need to drink 2. I love the flavor of it, but I've been drinking something. It helps me stay energized, focused, especially with keeping up with the latest social media trends. It's called Magic Mind. And as entrepreneurs and content creators, we often are juggling multiple tasks, and staying sharp is crucial. Magic Mind is a productivity drink that enhances focus and mental clarity with ingredients like mushroom neuroptics and adaptogens. It's become an essential part of my morning routine, helping me stay on top of my game as I navigate through all the updates and strategies in social media. If you want to check them out, go to magicmind.com. They're going to give you a 20% off discount code if you use Rocky Mountain 20. Now let's talk about the key factors driving reach on Instagram, as highlighted by the chief of Instagram himself, Adam Mosseri. One of the standout points that he mentions is the importance of sends. According to Mosseri, sends per reach, or shares, is a crucial metric. Essentially, the more your content is shared among users, the better it tends to perform. This aligns with Instagram's focus on creating a participatory, lean-in experience where users discover and share content actively. So again, this shouldn't be surprising news. I say that, looking at profile views is one of the most important metrics that we track at Next Step. I know it's hard to get past the likes and the comments because that's what everyone else can see. But the shares is where your biggest fans are because they're sharing your content to their stories and in the DMs and sharing it with their friends that they think will find your content valuable. Mosseri also emphasized the transformative impact of video on content engagement. He noted that more than half the time spent on Instagram is now dedicated to video. Again, no big surprise here, folks. This all happened because of TikTok and how it exploded during the pandemic. This shift is driven by the demand of more engaging and more shareable content. Instagram aims to differentiate itself from TikTok, though, and YouTube by fostering on more interactive experiences where users are encouraged to share videos and discuss them with friends. So having those conversations in the DMs after sharing a video. Again, if you're in there in the DMs talking about a video, sharing it with your friends, that's still time that you're spending on the platform. And right now, the DMs are not encrypted over on Instagram, so they can actually track who you're having conversations with and what type of content you enjoy participating in. Another interesting point from the interview is Instagram's use of AI-based recommendations. Mosseri mentioned that there's a significant focus on showing users content from profiles that they don't follow. This approach is influenced by TikTok's For You feed, which prioritizes content discovery based on the user behavior and their users' contacts and search behavior, rather than just the following graph. This means there are hundreds of millions of potential content pieces for users to explore beyond what their direct connections post. So your followers are still important, but you have that opportunity if you're creating the content that resonates with your business and your brand, you can be seen by more people than just your followers. It's really fascinating to see Instagram's feed, how their Instagram feed is evolving. It's changed so much since the pandemic, since 2020. Mosseri pointed out that the traditional justification for the newsfeed algorithm, which was based on users following too many accounts, is shifting. It now seems that Instagram is focusing more on enhancing content discovery by showing more unconnected content. This, to me, shows that they're moving away from the old algorithmic logic. Mosseri highlighted that short form video, such as Reels, is one of the most effective ways to get seen on Instagram because it promotes interaction among friends. This type of content is easier to consume and it's easier to share. It's going to help facilitate private engagement, again, over in the DMs and discussions that are happening in the DMs. Mosseri believes that what users share privately tends to be healthier and more personal, contributing to a more positive social media environment. This is something I love to see because social media has gotten very toxic. It is a very difficult spot for us to go and show up without being trolled. And that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of people left Twitter is because it was just a bunch of Twitter trolls. But he's trying to say that if people are sharing this content and having conversations with their friends in the DMs about the content that they've seen, it's a more positive environment. When it comes to ranking content, Mosseri named that among with sends or shares, likes and watch time also play a significant role. So likes do still matter, but the shares per impression is now the most crucial factor for reach. And this shift emphasizes the importance of creating content that's going to encourage users to share it with their friends, driving more engagement, more visibility, and again, more time on the platform. A major part of the interview that Social Media Today shared with Adam Mosseri was focused on opportunities for creators. Instagram is working to improve its system to support creators, particularly the smaller ones who haven't yet established a presence on other platforms. I don't know how much I believe this, but Mosseri shared that Instagram's insights into Instagram's approach to monetization and differences between long and short form content indicate a strategic focus on empowering individual creators over the larger influencers. I have 7,500 followers. A lot of my clients, they're less than 10,000. It's difficult still. I have not seen that really show up yet, but hey, who knows? Keep at it and we'll see if Adam Mosseri is telling the truth with this one. If you're a smaller creator and you've seen a bump in your views or watches or engagement from people that don't follow you, please reach out to me, share with me, send me a DM because I'd love to see a smaller creator being given this Instagram love. Mosseri also shared several other interesting points, such as around half of all video impressions on Instagram are viewed with the sound off, highlighting the need for creators to consider silent viewers, like yours truly. Most of the time on Instagram, I'm watching with the sound off. So trending audio is important, but it's also really important to have the right type of text on the screen. Meta is also prioritizing creators over publishers, reflecting a broader shift in power from institutions to individuals, and the potential impact of geopolitical issues on the platform's availability. So we're in the political season here in the United States right now. There's concern over what's going to be happening on there. You might have a limited reach with political content over on the platform. It's something to consider in the next few months. So to wrap up today's Rocky Mountain Quickcast episode of Adam Mosseri's interview that Social Media Today shared, it offers a wealth of insights into how Instagram is evolving. Whether we like it or not, they're evolving. From the importance of video content and AI-based recommendations to the new metrics that are driving post reach, there is a lot to consider for your Instagram strategy. The most important thing is that you have a strategy. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. I hope you're leaving with valuable insights and the inspiration to lead your market. If you've enjoyed our time together and found today's podcast episode useful, I have a small favor to ask of you. Please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes. And if you know someone who could benefit from these episodes, maybe a fellow business leader or an aspiring entrepreneur, go ahead and share this episode with them. Let's spread the knowledge and grow together. Also, I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation beyond the podcast. Visit me at katiebrinkley.com to connect, to find more resources, or just to share your journey. And be sure to pick up your copy of my new book, The Social Shift, at katiebrinkley.com/book. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I can't wait to dive into more strategies and stories with you on the next episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Let's keep on taking your marketing to new heights.